So today I'm going to show you how you can color correct your footage. This is something people are not telling you, and I'm going to give you a very simple way to color correct your footage, convert it from log to Rec 709 in DaVinci Resolve. And always the first thing after importing your clip is coming to this sector here and look for the resolution. You see that? Then you come to File, Project Settings, and make sure it aligns. If it doesn't, you just press onto it and organize it. It has to match to that so that it fits onto the timeline quite well and it plays the way it's supposed to play. Then the other thing will be coming to the color management and organize these things the way you see them. For the timeline color space will be DaVinci White Gamut Intermediate. Output color space Rec 709 Gamma 2.4. If you're using Windows machine, for Mac, you touch it and Rec 709/A. That will be your input for that. After that, come save, and your footage will be looking like this for starters. Then come into this node here. It's always there like the first piece. Bring the color space transform, put it on. You can name it like input. You see that? Then this is footage from Sony Venice. So you come here, you look for Sony SGAME 3 Cine, depending on what color space it was shot in. Okay, yeah, so you should ask for that information before. Yeah, its input gamma was S-log3. Don't forget that. DaVinci White Gamut for my output color space. My output gamma will be DaVinci Intermediate. There are some subtle changes in, but it doesn't reach where we want it. So you create another node, what we call the output node. Do the same thing, but you just interchange a few things here. So for the input color space, you'll put DaVinci White Gamut. Input gamma will be DaVinci Intermediate. For the output color space will be Rec 709. Where is it? Let me see. Rec 7. No. Rec 709. Here we go. I can see on the screen you're seeing some bit of changes in there. And then for our gamma, it will be gamma 2.4. And then a bit of tone mapping. Just maximize it to the top. So this is input, this is output. So let me show you how it has been before. So this is our before, and this is our after. Before and after. Then from here, you can do like a complete color grade. For those continuing onto the YouTube for the comprehensive color grade, you can stick on as we go further and see my creation process to it. So I'll just put this there, this here, and I'll come add another node from here, what we call contrast and exposure node. So I can put contrast, then stroke exposure, then I come activate the waveform, as you can see it there. So it has a bit of shadows that are clipping down here and a little bit of a highlight. So this is represented by what you see this. Let me put a qualifier so that you can see a few things. I don't know if look around here. Yeah, each skin is represented by that above there. You see that? If I go to his skin, you will see it represented there. So that is our waveform, and just come to do a little bit of the contrast in here. You can use the gain and offset, or you can use this wheel depending on what is easier for you. Let me say I use the gain wheel. You see that? Add a little bit of light in and just put it down. Or you can do a mix of two. See that? So depending on what you want, be like a comprehensive thing. So let me show you. So this is our before, and after, before and after, just a little bit of that simple touches we're doing for starters. Then I'll come here in what we call a balance, call it a balanced node. And something I forgot to highlight here, that since these faces are looking a little bit smooth, usually after doing the contrast, you can come here to this wheel. When you take it down, look at the face, how it becomes, you see? Like it gets some bit of makeup, you know? You see that? So you can just leave it like around there. So when you take it down, yeah, like you give them like a good makeup onto their faces and stuff, okay? Then I'll come. Don't forget that in case the talent didn't have makeup onto them. So I'll come to the balance. And what do I want to do is correct our white balance in case it's not doing what we want. So a few things to note. You don't have to stress a lot with what is bothering you, because these are simple day-to-day things you can work out with, okay? So you don't have to complicate things. So I'll add a DCT here to just make my work much easier. Yeah, these tools are made to help us, so you can just download them. They're for free, most of them. Now like this, so I'll just put a mono balance to just check these skin tones. Okay, you just come and see these skin tones, are they into the right space? So these are yellow, green and purple represent a good color scheme. You see that? So in case they are off, you just come here to the temperature and tint and play around and see till they get into the exact space they're supposed to be into. So you see that now the vector scope is doing something else because the colors are way too much. Okay, so for our balance, you can see for his skin, her skin, they're lying around there, somewhere around there, but they always have to be striking in the middle. And as you can see, they're sitting onto the skin properly. So that will be it for that balanced node. Then I'll come down here and create another node. And for this node, I don't want to complicate it. I'll just call it I'll call it skin. I'll call it skin. Yeah, because I want to do some modifications here. So I'll do another, after naming it skin, I'll do Alt S, Alt L. This is where we get our loop basically. So I'll pull this as you're seeing it. So here, Alt S, Alt S, Alt L to create this other node that comes down here, and you just bring this blue line to this, so that whatever we do here is not affected down here, okay? So with that, I'll just come here to this skin thing here, press onto it and reduce it a bit because I feel like it's taking up a very big space, okay? I just want it like into this skin zone here. See, because when I touch it up, like it explodes, and I'm not looking at doing that. I just want it like around the skin area. So I'll press Shift H to highlight and bring to see what am I doing. So you can use this plus here. You just add more pieces of the face, okay? Then the next thing, you will come to the noise. The noise a bit to see whatever you're working on, okay? Just like around there. Come back to your wheels and look for the log wheel, because it's the one that deals with the skins. And take that off. So I'll raise our midtones just a bit, okay? Just a bit, so that they're in there. Then for this other node, I can just come and put this to the shadow. You see that blue cast that has come in the background? I don't know if you can see it. Let me show you. Let me first do this thing here. Now come on, I'll show you something. And another rule, when you take the shadow to a certain direction, always make sure the highlight is in another direction, okay? They don't have to be in the same direction in most cases. Maybe if you have a certain look you're going for, okay? but don't make that mistake and do that. Okay, so let me show you. So this is the before, this is the after. Before and after, you can see that blue cast we have added in the background, in the shadows. Okay, yeah, so there are many ways to do it, but I would prefer to go with that way. And usually I'd forgotten another crazy trick using another DCTL that you can use around. So you can just come here and let me see, hit Alt S. We're going to add another DCTL, like if you want to make things dramatic. Okay, so for this DCTL, it is called the monosaturation density hue. Okay, so what this does, it deals with these skins. You can either decide to come onto the graphs, like here, into the hue versus saturation. Like if I touch here, take notice at this graph here, you see, when I press onto it, it brings a node here. Okay, when I press onto his skin, it will also bring a node around there. So you can either mean to add a little bit of saturation into their skins, you see that, or take it down. You see, so depending on what you're looking at. Okay, yeah, so you can either decide to use maybe like using such things. Okay, but with this DCTL here, you just come onto this skin saturation and just press it. It will automatically work on itself. Okay, you just add a bit of density in, and that is it. You look at what other colors are in the background. Let me see, let's say we want to modify onto that. Just pump it up a bit. You see that? Let me show you a before and after. So this is our before, this is our after. Before and after. So just small changes like this are very key, like to help you get like a very nice image out of whatever you're dealing with. Okay, so I'll also name it a DCTL and just slide it around there. Okay, just here. So I might mean to look at other colors, like in the background there is a blue, and so let me saturate it a bit. You see that? And a little bit of green that I'm seeing around this area here, just saturate it a bit. Yeah, I don't know if YouTube can show you that, but it's a bit saturated in there. And I also add a little bit of density, just give my color a very nice punch. Then after there, I'll do a sharpen. Name it sharpen, and you just come here to these things here. You just see it onto your DaVinci. Just come on, just take it down a bit. You see that? Just sharpen the skin a bit. Let me put it around 40, around 48, 49. Because like if I take it up, you can't see a thing. Okay, so you just come taking it down. Some people want a very smooth kind of image onto the subject, but that is not what we are looking for. Okay, I'll just put it at 49. So I'll show you before and after. So this is after, before, after. I don't know if you can see the changes, but they're very subtle and effective. Okay, then I'll also create another node. I'll call it glow. Just come, just add it there, and we're gonna see some magic. So I'll add soft light. We'll get dark, don't worry. Now just come here and light it up a bit, And I'll add a little bit of spread depending on what we are looking for. Okay, it's a little bit of glow, so you're gonna see before. So this is how our image has been before, and this is after. You see a little bit of glow, a dreamy look before. This is after. Okay, so you don't have to overdo it, you just have to be very intentional with it. Okay, then you label it glow. Okay, then if you're going like for more film look, you come create another node and add this plugin. It's called Dehancer. Yeah, so I just create a node for it there. Just come and look for it, and just put it there. You see that? So it's quite a heavy one. When it comes to it, crashes everything to the screen. So I'll just correct our source. Then I disable all tools and just change a bit of that. Okay, then the next thing will be adding like a print onto our footage. So I'll come add like a film print to it. So it's too bright, as you can see, but that doesn't have to scare you. Just come to the output and just drive it down a bit. Yeah, that looks okay. And after doing that, and you want to go a bit extreme, you want to go movie style, you can add a codec into your image. Give it like a film look kind of, feel. Yeah, so there are a couple of films in here, film stocks. You can look around the Cine 50D. There are a couple of them, a couple of film looks here that you always see in your favorite movies. You just come and look for what you want in here. You can play around with that. Okay, yeah, we have like Fuji color, nice stuff here. It has this push and pull effect you can play around with. Okay, yeah, something like that. So I'm not going for that for this purpose here. Just put a bit of a film compression to take out any highlights that I might have in there. Just enable this and add a little bit of color onto the image, and a little bit of contrast onto our image. And with that, I will add the source, the bloom, and I'll add the halation. Halation seems too pronounced. I'll just come here to custom, just take it down a bit, just take down its impact. Yeah, that looks dope. And with that, our grid will be finished. So I'm going to show you. Let me first then in case you've done like a structure like this and you just want to clean it up, just come down there and say clean up node graph, and that will be okay. So I'm going to show you where we came from, process by process. So now, like, this is an entire overview. Okay, so this is like the finished product. Okay, so let me show you like in a full screen, before and after, before and after. Okay, yeah, there you have it. So I'll come mute everything like button per button so that you can see. Come Control D, just come and take things out. Okay, they look funny, but you don't have to be worried, because that is how it's supposed to be. Yeah, you can mute stuff all the way. Can see that, can see that, can see that, you can see that, then to here, just take everything away. Just leave this our output node. Okay, so we come back here to the input. So with the input, this is what we had before, after, before, after, before, after. Okay, so this is for our input there. Then we came to this other node of contrast and exposure. Before, after, before, after. Okay, we came to the balance. We don't do much there because the skin tones were right. Came here to the skins. See that? Came there. Can see that. Came down there and organized the skins. I don't know if you saw that. Before, after, before, after. Okay, then after that we added a DCTL to boost our skin tones. So this is before, this is the after, and this is before, after, before. We added there for you. Then we later came to the sharpen. We did a little bit of sharpening there into our image. We added a little bit of glow onto the image. You see that? So this is after and before, after and before. Okay. After that, we added this beautiful plugin to the footage. This was before, after, before, after. See that? Then yeah, that was it. The next thing will be exporting, and we're good. So that has been our grade for today. Thanks for linking in and watching the entire piece. Let's link into the next video.